The third China-Africa Economic and Trade Expo was held from June 29 to July 2nd in China's Changsha. It's been 10 years since Chinese President Xi Jinping put forward the Belt and Road Initiative and the principles of China's Africa policy: sincerity, real results, amity and good faith, and pursuing the greater good and shared interests. Over the past decade, cooperation between China and Africa has yielded fruitful results.
"加强同非洲国家在农业、制造业等领域的互利合作，帮助非洲国家把资源优势转化为发展优势，实现自主发展和可持续发展。"
Early in the morning, a cart full of freshly harvested cut lumps was delivered to a local Chinese rubber processing factory in Dabu, Côte d'Ivoire.
Avant l'arrivée de Melent, nous étions à une production moyenne mensuelle de 1000 tonnes. Mais avec l'arrivée de Melent, nous sommes passés à 2000 tonnes.
Côte d'Ivoire is a leading producer of crude rubber in the world. However, the local rubber industry lacks processing plants.
La présence de grands groupes chinois dans l'agro-industrie ivoirienne est un élément favorable pour le développement et surtout pour le maintien de ces jeunes dans les villages. Et ça apporte tout naturellement une valeur ajoutée beaucoup plus importante pour cette jeunesse. Mais ce n'est pas seulement pour la jeunesse.
Parce que grâce à cette coopération avec Mainland, j'ai pu acheter une maison et mes enfants sont dans les meilleures écoles aujourd'hui et vraiment je suis content.
As of 2022, African agricultural exports to China had been increasing for 6 consecutive years, and China has become the second largest destination of African agricultural exports. By 2022, China had remained Africa's largest trading partner for 14 consecutive years. Official data showed that bilateral trade between China and Africa stood at $282 billion in 2022. In the first 4 months of 2023, China's new direct investment in Africa reached $1.38 billion, up 24% year on year. In a congratulatory letter to the first China-Africa Expo in 2019, President Xi said it is hoped that the two sides will actively explore new paths for cooperation, open up new points of growth for collaboration, and promote China-Africa economic and trade cooperation to a new level. China-Africa economic and trade cooperation further deepens and expands from conventional trade and construction to sectors like finance and green industries. Bordering the Sahara Desert, Kano State in Nigeria is severely affected by the encroaching desert. A China-assisted desertification control project has been launched to build a green wall in Africa. Chinese and African scientists have built a demonstration zone here, which combines forestation and economic functions.
Actually, they have been supporting us to see that this project has become a reality, and this project has changed the lives of the people living in this area. We have learned a lot from the Chinese expertise in terms of desertification control.
Experts from sub-Saharan Africa have also visited China's Xinjiang to learn about China's experience in preventing land degradation and desertification. With an overarching aim of planting a wall of trees across Africa at the southern edge of the Sahara Desert, the African Union launched the Great Green Wall Initiative in 2007 to restore Africa's degraded lands. An institute in Xinjiang under the Chinese Academy of Sciences has been supporting the initiative for years.
新疆经过长期的系统监测、实验研究及推广应用，研发创建了成熟的荒漠化防治新疆样本，受到非洲国家的广泛欢迎。
China and African countries have jointly established several demonstration zones under the Great Green Wall Initiative.
Working in Africa for the past many years, and Ethiopia is part of that initiative, and we are benefiting a lot. Millions of hectares of land have been rehabilitated due to this Chinese government support.
Well, with the amount of information that has been generated so far, I think China is doing a very great deal of combating desertification.
During a keynote speech at the high-level dialogue between Chinese and African leaders and business representatives in September 2018, President Xi said that China supports African countries in jointly building the Belt and Road to share the win-win outcomes. He said that China stands ready to strengthen comprehensive cooperation with African countries to build a road of high-quality development that is suited to national conditions, inclusive and beneficial to all. So far, 52 African countries, together with the African Union Commission, have signed cooperation documents on the Belt and Road Initiative with China. As the cooperation mechanisms continue to improve, infrastructure development in many African countries has delivered tangible benefits to the local communities. The 400 kV Konza substation, constructed by a Chinese company, is part of the Kenya Power Transmission Expansion Project. Upon completion, the project is expected to meet the electricity demand of central and northern Kenya.
I've been privileged to be part of the Kenya Power Transmission Expansion Project, as I am able to gain a lot of experience, both from management to the technical skills.
In Senegal, a China-financed rural well drilling project launched in 2017 has relieved water shortages for about 1/7 of the country's population.
Nous remercions vraiment le gouvernement chinois qui nous a apporté ces forages de bonheur. Vraiment, c'est des forages de bonheur parce qu'auparavant ça a été difficile. Des sincères remerciements au peuple chinois plus particulièrement qui nous a vraiment fait ces bonheurs-là. On remercie vraiment l'initiative Ceinture et la route.
In the southern suburbs of Addis Ababa, the first phase of an iconic twin tower at the new headquarters of the Africa CDC was completed in January this year. The landmark project features modern offices, high-end laboratories, and accessories.
This will help, all member states in better coordinate pandemics, infectious diseases, both at prevention level and also during pandemics management.
Over the past 10 years, the combined value of projects newly contracted by Chinese companies in Africa topped $700 billion. During the same period, China's FDI flow to Africa exceeded $30 billion. Themed Common Development for a Shared Future, the 4-day China-Africa Expo was attended by representatives from 53 African countries and multiple international organizations. It's aimed at promoting high-quality economic and trade cooperation between China and Africa and building a high-level China-Africa community with a shared future.
中国永远不会忘记非洲国家的深情厚谊，将继续秉持真实亲诚理念和正确义理观，同非洲朋友一道，让中非友好合作精神代代相传，发扬光大。